Welcome back to video number 2 for today, you guys. I'm sorry. You know I don't usually go low and I don't make the kind of comments that I think that's the one thing that sets my channel apart. But what's at the end, I had to do it. I'm sorry. It was my observation and I feel like I need to give you guys all the information. So let's just jump back in now to part 2. Let's go. Now, the next thing was very unexpected. Supposedly, Harry still has a friend left in the UK, and he is speaking anonymously, saying that he can see that Harry is hiding anger and frustration. He said, I'm one of the few people who still gets a very odd WhatsApp message from him. He's obviously angry. Things have not turned out the way he wanted. He misses being in Britain. He desperately wants to be, with his family. And they're saying that anybody who knows him says that he'd rather be back in the, UK. So this unnamed source said, he's isolated from his family, and the friendships you make now are not the ones like you forge as a young man. And he used to love a night out in a pub and hanging out in the country with his friends, and it's all gone. And whose fault is that? And you guys, we're going to discuss that a little bit towards the end. But now that Harry and Meghan have left, a lot of the Colombians that watch this entire royal tour have stepped up and they're like, wait a minute. Why were Harry and Meghan even here? They were invited because the vice president saw them on Netflix. Is this a joke? I mean, let's be honest. There was no cultural exchange. This country has severe economic and social issues, high levels of crime. The Foreign Office is telling people, if you don't have to go to Colombia, don't go to Colombia. So many people there are so poor. They went there Harry and Meghan went there to talk about cyberbullying. They're not even on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of this? And they're saying that the vice president, because she invited them due to Netflix, is totally out of touch with the people. And she needs to see minimal projects that the community needs, not go out with royalty. I mean, let's face it, Harry and Meghan flew around on private jets the whole time they were there. The security bill, they said, was huge, and it was passed on to the Colombian taxpayer. One of the journalists pointed out that it's not a problem that Harry and Meghan visited Colombia. It's the hypocrisy. It's the let's talk about cyberbullying while the Sussex squad is running around, doxing people and hurling insults at people. It's let's be kind. Family is so important while Meghan won't talk to her own father. It's let's worry about the climate while they're jetting all over the world. Their carbon footprint is probably 20 times that of the average person yearly. And the article also points out that Harry and Meghan copied William and Catherine with the drumming and the dancing and all of this stuff, which is what they did. Now, I've shown you these pictures before, but I'm going to show them to you again. Harry seems to be an afterthought and in the back, like here in Nigeria. And then these following pictures are in Colombia. Again, this happens to be, as far as I can tell, the Meghan Markle show. And Harry's just an afterthought in the back. But let me tell you something. Harry doesn't have a game face. As I told you guys on video 1 of this tour, Harry cannot control his facial expressions. Harry is not happy. Harry seems to be like a small child begging for attention from his mother, if that makes sense. So it's like at the beginning when he danced. Oh, you danced with me, so I'm going to give you a kiss. Here you go. You get that kiss because you danced and you did a good job. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Harry is not happy. I don't think Harry really wants to be there. I think Harry wants to be home with his kids. I think Harry would like to be back in the UK. I think Harry would like to reconnect with his family. I think Harry would like to reconnect with his friends. He's got nobody. And the reason he has nobody is because of Meghan. But you know what? Harry's a big boy. If Harry doesn't like it, Harry got himself into it. He's going to have to get himself out. You know what? I'm going to take that back what I just said. Harry is responsible for allowing Meghan to cut him off. She may have been the catalyst, but he allowed it. He could have said at any time, I'm not going to talk about my family. He could have said at any time, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. But he allowed himself to be led through the nose. So yes, she is partly responsible. But he's even more responsible because he allowed it to happen. He's weak-minded. Now, you guys know me. I usually don't go this low and I don't body shame, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to bring this up. If the weather was that humid, if they were sweating under their pits and everywhere else so badly, why didn't they wear deodorant? There is full body deodorant that you can buy to stop this sort of thing, not to mention the black bra with the white shirt. I mean, did they not take the weather into account when they were choosing their clothing? Because this is just a bad look for me. All right, you guys know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for all notifications, then go down into the description box after you leave your comment, that is, where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, which is currently paused, my Amazon wish list, and there's a physical address just in case there's something you want to send to me. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.